Hi guys, it's Lindsay Kuzer, and I'm going to show you guys real quick how I edit my photos. Every time I post a picture, I always give it a few edits. I do kind of the same ones every single time, and it just makes it look a little better than the original photo, and I want to show you guys the steps I do to do that. So I'm going to show you an example. This is the original photo that I took. It was nighttime. I had a few lights on in the bedroom to get this shot, but I knew that I could give it a few edits and it would look a lot better. So this is how I edited it, and I'm going to show you a few examples on how I did that. The example I'm going to show you is this picture of Tilly. So here's the original photo. I just took it of her laying on the couch. We all know she's not supposed to be on the couch, but she looks so comfortable, I had to get her picture. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to edit this before I post it to Facebook. So I have the same photo on here twice. So this is the one I'll keep this one as the original, and then this is the one I'm going to edit. So I don't use any other apps. I don't use anything except the settings on my iPhone. So this is so simple for you to do too. So I'm going to click edit. So the first thing I'm going to do is actually crop this photo. You may be looking at it thinking, oh, it looks fine. Do you really need a crop? Well, to me, in my eye, at the bottom left corner, there's a little bit of the carpet, and then that window at the top right corner is really powerful, and that window just doesn't really need to be in the photo. So I'm just going to raise this up a little bit. I'm going to bring this down so there's not as much window in the picture, and this can be brought up just to her toes. You don't ever want to cut anything off. I get so mad at my husband when he takes photos of me and my feet are cut off of the picture. You want to just keep the whole piece, the whole body of what you're taking a picture of in the frame. That's so important when you're taking photos. So as you can see, I took out that piece of carpet down at the bottom, and then I took out some of the window so it's not so bright on the photo. So I think that looks good. You can still see a little bit of the fireplace. We got all her little toenails in the frame. So that's how I'm going to crop it. And then I'm going to click the settings here at the bottom. And I never just come in and do like a full blast of edits like this. That does look pretty good, but I'm just going to do it myself. That way I know for sure I've edited everything that needs to be edited. So I'm going to go into the light section. And I'm going to start with this first one, the brilliance, and just bring that up. This is always my favorite. I'm just going to bring that up a little bit because it's going to just brighten up the photo. And then going back, exposure. I always do a little bit of the exposure depending on if the photo was taken inside or outside and if it needs it. And I'm going to go back. I never do highlights. My pictures don't really need a highlight edit, but they always need shadows. The shadow setting is the one I probably do the most in every single photo because it really just makes it look way brighter, which you'll see here, how we're going to just take out all the shadows around her face, and you can actually see her eyes a little more. You can see that difference there. You can see, I'm just going to bring it all the way up so you know exactly what is being edited. And then here's back to the normal. So I'm just going to bring up the shadows. There we go. And then next is brightness. I don't think this photo really needs too much more brightness, but I'm just going to pop that up just a little bit. So now for the contrast. When you saw me edit the shadows of the photo, you saw that some of the really dark colors faded. Well, the contrast is going to help bring those back. So I'm going to bump up the contrast just a little bit, and you'll notice her dark fur is going to kind of come back to that dark color, and going to help the photo have that more dimension with the lights and the darks. Now, I never really do black point. Usually it's too much. I just do the contrast. And then next I'm going to click color and then saturation. I always bring up the saturation. It just kind of brings the picture a little more colorful, makes it look a little better than the original. So really, guys, that is it. Those are the settings. You can take a screenshot of this just to kind of see which ones I kind of pulled up. And that is how I edit my photos on every single one. So there is the one that's been edited, and then I'm just going to swipe over, and that's the original. You can just see. Now you can kind of see that detail in her fur and really see her eyes. as well as it doesn't look as dark. So that is how I edit all of my photos. I hope that was helpful. Let me know if you guys have questions.